Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and welcome to the hashtag How Do You Do Art Challenge. And it's hosted by Sharyl of the Whole Bucket. And for the month of October, we are working in contrast, and with the side quest of making a mini journal and using contrasting things. And contrast can be a multitude of different things: tall, short, night and day, left and right, happy, sad, black and white, cold and hot. You know, it can go on and on and on and on. So what we have so far is we've already got 3 signatures, and we got our topper that we made on the last video. And so what I went on ahead and did off camera is I went on ahead and painted the other side. I painted the inside, and I also got some fabric muslin, and I just cut it in half and went ahead and just glued it on here. So this is going to be the inside. And then I also went ahead and added some texture paste, some crackle, and just some regular texture paste, opaque. And so now what I want to do is I want to add some colors, like some fall colors. And I'm just going to start out with just a little bit of alcohol ink. And I need this bottle open. And this one is dandelion. And I'm just going to take my little dauber. Here it is. And I'm just going to add a little bit of ink on there, and then just kind of daub at some of these areas. I even put some alcohol ink on the spine just to kind of give it some color. And I didn't want to like super saturate it, so that's why I'm just kind of dabbing it on here, you know. And basically what I'm going to do is, for the cover, I'm just going to take these inks, and just different color inks, and just dab on some of these colors. Okay, so I've decided that for the spine, I'm using some, what do you call it? Transparency film. And it's pretty sturdy. I like to think that it's pretty sturdy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece. Let me get my paper trimmer. I'm going to cut a piece that's, let's see, that's 2.5 inches. Let's see, 2.5 inches wide, because that's going to go on here like so. Make sure I'm in frame. And then I need to cut it down to let's see, 2.5 inches wide by 7.5 inches. So 2.5 by 7.5. And what I'm going to do to make it fun is I'm just going to add some alcohol inks on here. hope I put it on the right side. Because there are two sides. One, I probably didn't. Well, no, it's sticking. So maybe I did get it on the right side. Okay. So this will go like so. And then I'm going to stitch it on. Okay, so we've got this in here. And since it's a 1-inch spine, I'm just going to put this 1 inch right here on my, what do you call it? Tray, mat. And I'm just going to mark where the 3 center lines are. And then I'm just going to combine the 2. And then I'm going to go, let's see. I'm going to need to have these are going to be in the middle, so I need at least from here to about right here. I'm just going to come on over. And so this is about quarter of an inch. So I'm just going to come down about a quarter of an inch. Same thing here. It's going to come down and this is where I'm going to use this so I know where to punch my holes. Okay, and so now I'm going to take some elastic binding and I'm going to feed it through here from the outside in. And I'm just going to tie the two together in a knot. It's pretty tight. And I may add some dangles onto these. We'll see later on. So I'm just going to go ahead and add all three of these so that we'll have it for our signatures. All right, so we have all three of our binding stuff in here. All right, so now what I want to do for the inside is it's going to be pretty simple, but at the same time, I want to have a little flair, I guess it's a good word to use. So this is going to come open like so. What I did was I took two 12 by 12 inch papers, folded them in half, and cut them down to 7.5 by 5 while they were folded over. And I did two like that, and then I just distressed it. And this is going to go here, and this is going to go here, and they're both going to open up. And I want to have probably a pocket back here. And then also I want to have probably an envelope attached here and an envelope attached here. And I've got some coffee dyed paper. I just took some scrapbook paper, 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and I cut them down to 8.5 inches by 11, and then just coffee dyed them. So I wonder if I should use that print. No, that'll be the inside print. I'm going to just fold these into little envelopes like so. Let me see. I'm not measuring, but I do want this. Let me see. Let that come down a little bit. And then have this lid come down some. So this envelope's going to measure 4.5 inches, and it's going to go on here. And I think I'm just going to, let's see. I think I'm just going to cut it in half. Half of it will go on this one, and half will go on that one. Or maybe I should make the whole thing like that. Let me make sure this is turned the right way. I could make it longer. Actually, I'm just going to make two of them. I'm going to do this one the same way. And this is going to end up being 4 inches. So we're going to cut this down to like 6 3/4. This right here is just some paper that I used. It's just some orange cardstock. And then I just added some distress inks, oxide inks, and then some alcohol inks. And let me cut this down to about probably 2 inches by, if this is 5 inches, then I'm going to need 2 inches here and 2 inches here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 by 9. And then this on one end is going to come up and around like this. I could actually cut this in half and do the same, 2 for here and 2 for here. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do is basically these right here. I went ahead and stressed everything. These are going to go on the backs back here. And then I'm going to create, I'm going to have to get some string and some circles, and we're going to create like our little closure for both of these. So the way this works is you'll undo your latch or whatever, and that frees up this from opening. And then you can also open that. And then this is going to be our envelope. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to stitch going around these edges of all 4 of these. And then I'm also going to stitch going around the envelopes. And then I'm going to stitch I guess I'll stitch going around this as well. And I'll be right back. All right, so I've gotten these stitched, and then I got the envelope stitched. So I'm going to do first, before I add these on to here, I'm going to first go ahead and glue this on. Yeah. So let me just get I'm going to go ahead and add these signatures in here because I've already glued these envelopes onto the pages. So I'm just going to find the center of this. Make sure I got it turned right side up. And then I'm just going to add them in here. And they are all removable. And it fits pretty snugly. And then I'm going to add, I guess I could add the topper. And then off camera, I'm going to do some decorating. And then the next video will just be a flip through of what I've made. So let me just go ahead and get this in here. This. I'm just going to glue the topper on. I don't think I need anything else. And this is pretty much going to be it. Well, for today anyway. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And as always, I thank you guys so much for watching.